Hi, welcome to another episode. That's Thing Accent Core Plus R. It is somewhere in the ballpark of the mid to late point threes.
Or
Uh,
39.
oh wow, I was right.
Yeah.
Thanks for confirmation.
Yeah.
And it's Monday, August the 30th.
Yeah, 30th.
I'm Drew. Follow me on Twitter at Drew or False.
I'm Kevin. You know who this is.
Follow him at Drew or False. And follow him at Black Lion.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hey, thanks for the plug, man.
Yeah. I put that in the description. You should go down there and click them. They do that every week.
You're down there.
Yeah.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell.
Hey, guys, like and subscribe.
Do a comment. That's what I want to see.
Dislike and subscribe even.
Yeah. I want to see comments.
This podcast is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends, the tactical. Also, hair. What is it? What is it? The one with like the ball shaving, Manscaped.
Manscaped are like, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And NordVPN.
Yeah, NordVPN.
There's one more.
Yeah.
I remember. World of Tanks.
World of Tanks. I don't see many World of Tanks. I see the sometimes I'll see like the ones it'll be either like a bed sheet or luggage. That'll show up sometimes.
I don't know.
Oh, the emu.
Yeah.
The emu insurance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes, occasionally, you'll get one of those like G Fuel or the other energy, those like energy powder drinks.
Yeah.
That sounds like the worst thing ever. Is an energy powder drink.
I don't get it, man. Cause like as someone, like I just drink water. I drink water 90% of the day. I will have like a coffee in the morning, and I'll have a soda with my dinner. But otherwise, I just drink water.
I'm the same, except I keep like a bottle of either juicy juice or some kind of juice in the fridge that I will just take a sip of throughout the day.
That's fine. Like that's fine. But is it like gamer juicy juice?
No, it's literally just like juicy juice, or in this case, Walmart didn't have any juicy juices except apple and cherry, or apple cherry. So I got a V8 V Fusion that is strawberry banana.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Because I'm a big boy, I go to the store and buy myself some Capri Suns.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. Okay. Do you put the straw in through the little like circle, or do you go real and flip it upside down and just stab it in the bottom of the pouch?
Little circle.
Normally the circle, but I will sometimes cut the pouch open.
Nah, you just like my brain has been like expanded. Like I never considered just like cutting the top like corner of that thing off. My brain's like, oh god.
Because here's the thing, you as a full-grown adult man,
Yeah.
like one Capri Sun isn't going to do it for you. So you got to blast like 2 or 3.
Yeah. Or sometimes they're just warm and you need some ice over them.
Man.
You ever tried the organic or the quote-unquote healthy Capri Suns with like no sugar added?
No, I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, they're not good. It's like imagine, you know the description for LaCroix?
Yeah.
Where you drink it and someone in another room whispers the flavor?
Yeah.
It's like that, except with the bad soda water aftertaste.
See, like what I would imagine, like if I'm going to get like actually a healthy drink, then I'm going to get an actually healthy drink. I'm not going to get like healthy Capri Sun. I just feel
you gotta get some for your kids so they can be healthy vegans and look down on their classmates.
Man, there's one kid like that in our class. I remember because they wouldn't have normal chips; they'd have like those vegetable straws.
Was it you, Kevin?
No, because I always bum chips off that person because he wouldn't eat the vegetable straws, but I would.
Ooh.
Because it was part of the like ritual of like it's how you get accustomed to various things. I'm like, yo, I'll eat that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if memory serves, you were the kid who just learned to eat salt and vinegar chips so you didn't have to share.
That is correct. You learn to love it because then no one can take your chips.
I shit you not. That's what Nikki did with like hot Cheeto, or not hot Cheetos, but like spicy chips.
Oh yeah,
So the rest of her family.
Hell yeah, those spicy chips are good. I like the flaming hot chips, but I have to. I can't eat that many of them. I need like I can't like a snack size bag portion is about all I can eat. I can't eat like just go in forever.
Tom's hot fries. Those are so good.
Although like if you can get like the flaming hot Cheeto popcorn.
Drew, the problem is those are too good. Other people want to eat them.
Yep. Someone sees you got Tom's hot fries because no one ever buys Tom's hot fries.
Yeah, you're always bumming it from. No one has ever bought a Tom's hot fry. Like someone has always been like, "Yo, can I have that bag? Yo, can I have that bag?" Like that's how like at the factory, just an unrelated person comes up with like their big rig and goes, "Yo, can I have like three shipping containers full?" And then they put them in there, and then they just drive around thinking they got a massive store. But when they're parking in the gas station, the owner of the gas station comes out and goes, "Yo, can I have like one of those?" They go, "Shit," and they gotta do it.
That's the rules.
That's the rules. If someone goes, "Yo, can I have that?" You gotta give them some.
Freely received and freely given. Tom's hot fries.
Exactly. That's the economy of the future. It will be purely. That's the model. That's how we're doing it.
Oh, they last forever, so they're good to go.
Yeah, you just eat them. Yo, I think. All right.
Yeah.
No, you go.
I was going to transition to my week.
Yeah, go for your week.
Because just talking about spicy foods, Thai food is spicy. I know this.
Yeah.
I never order the spiciest Thai food.
Uh-oh.
I do not. I never go into the realms of like 4s and 5s for Thai food.
Hell no. I stay in white people spicy.
Yeah. So like the other night we go for Thai food. And at first I order a 3 because like I like it a little spicier than I should get it. And like we talked to the waitress some because this is a new restaurant for me and Kelsey. And she's like, I don't know. There's like I tried a 3. I'm new here. I tried a 3. It's too much. So I'm like, you know what? To play it safe, we'll just do a 2. And then next time, if a 2's not spicy enough, then we can do the 3.
All right. Sounds reasonable.
The 2 was too spicy.
Uh-oh.
The 2 was too spicy.
Uh-oh.
And like,
Drew, you made a fatal mistake talking to it in a state where they have X-Men all the time.
maybe, but the waitress was also white.
Oh.
Like, I could understand if I had a Latin or like an Asian, you know, someone who's like, oh, this is my culture. It's not oatmeal. It's not bran flakes.
It's not your sick
It's
mayonnaise.
flavors and spice. Yeah.
Yo, I love mayonnaise. I'm a devout mayonnaise apologist. Mayonnaise rules.
But so, oh my God. Going down and on the flip side, it was not pleasant. And it was also like my technique is if it's spicy, well, you got to do more chewing on the front end so you don't have to experience it on the back end.
No, that just enhances it. You've cracked all the spices. You've spread them out.
No, that is not the case. Your mouth is absorbing all the spices, so that way it's gone from the digestive tracts.
See, what you gotta do is you just pepper spray your butthole, and then that
Yeah,
pain will make that the spice poops not even a problem.
Yeah,
That's how you do it.
you're just like, yeah, this is just life,
Yeah, this is
my
life
every
now.
day.
Yeah, you just get a hemorrhoid, and you go, man, this sucks, and you just gotta deal with it.
Oh, but yeah, it was like, I don't know, I was fine all that night, and then I woke up that morning and my stomach's like, oh, hey, you remember that Thai food? I hope you do.
You're about to remember it. It's...
And then I had more Thai food for lunch because I had leftovers.
Hell yeah, that's the way. That's the way. Good job.
You don't back down.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't no quitter.
Yeah, you got it. You eat it. You clean that plate. You clean that plate. Unless it's gross, then I just throw it away.
No, Kevin, you gotta eat those green beans one green bean at a time.
Okay, so green beans are either really good or just the nastiest thing. Like a rubbery green bean, I cannot stand.
Oh, yeah. Well, like they're rubbery and slimy at the same time.
Yeah, it's like it feels like I'm eating a fake booger. Like someone had like their fake boogers, and then I'm like, how did you do this? Because I've eaten good green beans.
Yep. Because that's the other thing. Good green beans aren't even hard to make.
No, you just like boil them. Maybe throw in some ham, like some ham.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you
chunks.
want to get fancy, you put some ham in there, and like some onion slices.
Oh, that's really fancy. That's just like you boil them and you put some like ham chunks in there, and then it just kind of works. Then you put your little either your seasoning of choice on the top. I always like to put a little Tony's Cajun spice on it.
Kevin, you like to put a little Tony's Cajun spice on everything.
That is very true, because it goes on everything. It's great. You put that on there, it'll solve some problems. That's one of the ways how I learned to eat healthier, was just to put some of the Tonys on it. Like if something was like healthy and my brain was like, I don't know, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put some Tonys on it and it's gonna be okay. And then I'd eat it and go, okay, the Tonys made it okay.
Turns out Cajun spice is the Cajun spice of cooking.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, here's like eggplant something. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna put some Tonys on it, and now I'm eating it. It turns out, it was okay. It was okay. That's the secret. Listen, to all you like prospective parents out there, you just got to get your kids accustomed to the Tonys, and then you can
Come early.
then get them on that, and then they can just put that on your healthy food, and you'll be like, well, it's better than just hot dogs.
He won't. A baby won't eat their like spinach baby food. Just put a little Cajun spice on that baby food.
Yeah, exactly. Get them in there. Baby's got to learn. You got to learn, baby. Any other events with you, Drew?
I've been playing a Konami Picross game.
Oh.
It's free in the App Store. So really good. That's one of those where you start playing and you just say, oh, well, just one more. And then like 3 hours have passed and it's, oh no.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah. And then I've been watching some Nextlander because they have a full motion series up with Vinny.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's also like, I think I've like steadily realized, I think one of the things that happened with Giant Bomb and me is like, I like when they cover the weird stuff. Like, I'm not super interested in mainstream games that much.
I think I agree with you. I think my favorite was when I would see a quick look of a game I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
Either obtuse or just shovelware garbage, because those are always the ones that I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good.
And it's that, or it's like Jeff Gershman on his home computer playing weird ROMs for games I've never even like heard of.
It's like, here's this Japanese arcade beat 'em up that you'd never know existed, and here's the fighting game version of it, and you're like, what? Okay.
And like even weirder, it's like here's like this like early '90s American computer Mac 2 like adventure game platformer. It's like what? What is going on? It's like that, and then like also like the regular crew they got. I don't know.
Giant Bomb was at its peak whenever a new Quick Look would show up, and I would be very excited to watch it. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
That was the peak when I was always like, oh hell yeah! It didn't matter what it was. It was gonna be like 15 to 20 minutes of something good, either like a new release or that roller coaster Xbox Live Arcade game where they just started talking about nonsense. That was come on.
Mine's either that or like when they're like doing a quick look at just a garbage game.
Yeah.
Something that's just like awful.
Yeah. I haven't had good like awful video game watching, because I'm not gonna play awful video games, but like I like just watching some just hot garbage, and not like the Xbox Live Unity whatever garbage where it's
You
just,
mean like Xbox Live Yaris?
yeah, like Yaris. Or just, you'll see it's like, here's like Minecraft Zombie Survival, where they took like the pixel Minecraft art from the Unity store and then they just put it out. And then there's like Pixel Minecraft Zombie Survival 2, and it's like the same thing. Like those asset flip games. Like, I don't want to watch that.
So that's why I really like FMV games, because I feel
it's an earnesty.
Yeah, and it's also an attempt by most of those creators. They are overreaching their grasp, and I don't know if it's where they feel like
no, they try their hardest. They want to make.
And it's like, I feel like they're approaching it where it's like, well, we don't really have the manpower, the team to do graphical stuff. So thankfully, this is a workaround so we can better achieve our vision. Or they just have a real passion for live action, and that's what they want to do.
I think it's the idea, like the FMV game, of you've seen video games try to be realistic. Well, what could be more realistic than like real life footage?
Exactly.
And they're gonna go like, this isn't gonna age. Like, you can still watch a TV show and it's gonna look like, oh, that's a real person. But you try playing a PlayStation 1 game and you're like, oh, good lord.
Unless that PlayStation... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, unless that PlayStation 1 game is that was the other thing. I forgot the name of the game.
That's okay. It'll come back after the podcast is over.
No, you're right, because like 20 years from now, Late Shift will still look pretty good.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Super Mario World's still gonna look good. Super Mario 3 probably looks pretty good too.
Yeah, but that's because those had what do you call it? Artistic direction.
True.
No, Okami will hold up for like it.
Oh yeah, Okami rules.
I think some of those games will still look good, but I think you may be more aware of like, how empty the world is. How sparse.
It's
also you'll see a bush and be like, oh yeah, I forgot bushes were two like sprites just teed together.
Yeah, I love it. The old EverQuest trees. That's how they were. They were the tea trees. And you'd be like, wow, from some angles this looks really good. They're also hollow. You could hide inside of them on PvP servers. Because there's no collection. So that whenever you'd want to meditate, you'd always go inside of a tree. And you get back your mana. ever.
You know what? That's immersive storytelling that I don't think they intended, but that makes that's a really good flavor.
There's a lot of like old MMO crap where because the game world didn't really have a story, it was just like your own personal adventures are the ones where you tell people them and you go, wow, that was wild. And I feel like,
No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of downloading that game.
Or
They've
even
apparently done a lot of stuff.
even like a lot of stuff like a lot of the roguelikes, like the not the like the hard ones where it's like you're looking at ASCIIs like Dwarf Fortress and stuff. It's less about the game, and then you're like, well, this is what happened in my fortress or whatever. Like Caves of Quid or whatever. That's one I'm thinking about streaming at some point. Yeah.
Please do that. Please do that.
I'm really thinking about it. Like after I get to a point in Final Fantasy where I've completely fished and defeated the main story, then I'm probably gonna think about doing that. Start doing runs of it. Of one of those kind of games.
I feel like not enough people know about Quid or Dwarf Fortress.
Oh yeah, like Dwarf Fortress is one I would love to play, but that game has no UI. If that game had a UI, I would play it. Like I tried playing Dwarf Fortress once and I couldn't dig into the side of the mountain. It was too hard, and I was using like a guide to I can't do it.
It's like all command line interface, isn't it?
No, but there's a lot of hotkeys. Like it's
okay.
It looks and plays like a DOS game, but it is one of like the most system-heavy games you'll ever play because everything's being simulated to such an absurd degree. It's like your computer will like start chugging on Dwarf Fortress. But yeah, like there's other like the Caves of Quid, like RimWorld, stuff like that where I feel like it's that same sort of game, but it's actually comprehensible. Thinking about one of those. There's another one. I can't remember. It's on like that Seth channel. He's the guy that always plays those weird games. Like Space Station 13.
Yeah, that's literally where I saw that stuff from.
Yeah. Like I watch his channel whenever he plays some weird like half whatever it's some nonsense game. The last one he did was like Cultivation Simulator. It was like the Wuxia Rim World where you had to build up your chi and then you had to like get your settlements chi. It gets wild where like you become a god. Or like your sect becomes a god, and then you have to go to the mystic realm, and it just goes forever. It's one of those games where like it starts off as like build your temple, and then it just keeps going up, and you're like, what am I even doing? Guy's like reincarnating his guy to get the orb of what I don't know, but that kind of game.
He does a lot of like old RPG ones too that are real good.
Yeah, like a lot of the wizardry ones. Just
look, I want to be honest. We no longer have any good like Western RPG anymore.
The closest is like the people doing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate and like beyond, like Baldur's Gate Divinity series, and like I guess The Witcher 3.
Witcher 3's kind like.
That's the closest.
Like The Witcher 3 is. Witcher 3 is good, but it does not strike me as like the Western RPG stuff like Pillars of Eternity and like Divinity and stuff. It's like the Grognard computer games feel like they're only being done by like the small studios when that was like the peak of PC games back in the day. It was all like CRPGs and then wild stuff. You have stuff like I've watched roleplay, like I've watched stuff of them because I couldn't do it myself. I've never beaten Baldur's Gate 2. I don't think I've ever gotten out of like the first city of Baldur's Gate 2.
I think they're selling like a pack of like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 on the PlayStation and the Steam store right now.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that may be too old.
No, it's real old. Don't buy it.
Yeah, like that's using like D&D 2.0 or 2.5 rules. Like, good lord. I don't think so. I don't know if I can deal with THAC0 anymore.
No. Well, we don't have anything like that because all people want nowadays are like Fortnite and Call of Duty Vanguard.
Listen, Nolan, how am I going to learn about civil rights if I'm not playing Fortnite?
Oh, yeah.
How will I ever know the struggle? Unless, how could Alien and Superman and Rick and Morty ever learn about the struggle? Unless they can't be flossing in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
I want to know what the team who created that. I want to see the demographics that they are.
Okay. I know the story about this. If you want like the
oh yeah, well we can let's go into it because I actually visited it in Fortnite. I explored the Martin Luther King thing, and I have comments, but Nolan, regale us.
Okay, Nolan.
So this was made in the Fortnite creative mode. It wasn't made by like the Fortnite team at all. It was just a bunch of black users that wanted to make it in Fortnite.
Yeah.
But it seems like PlayStation and Riot kind of like picked it up.
In Time Magazine, like there's a lot of Time Magazine in there.
Yeah, they're the ones that pushed it to the forefront, making it seem like, oh, this is something that Fortnite did for its community.
Because they do.
But it was just a bunch of community.
Because they do things like that occasionally. Like they'll have like they did one for the Super Bowl where they made like the virtual Super Bowl and you could go to the stadium and wander around. Like they Fortnite will do that. That's also when they do their concerts and whatever. And
yeah.
And I will say it was far more tasteful than I would have imagined because I went through it.
Which makes sense if Fortnite didn't actually make it.
Yeah, like it was, and it was legitimate, and it was weird. They did make the mistake at the beginning where they did not disable all emotes going in there, so that's how you had people doing like Gagnim style in the segregated like bathroom. So you're like, okay, that was an oversight.
Flossing next to Martin Luther King while he's doing a speech. Oh no! On the loading screens when it says, "Hey, make sure you go for headshots."
Yeah. Or apparently there's like a whip crack emote that people were doing during that, and it's like, oh no. It's like there's some stuff that you couldn't have foreseen. I also think it might have been better if they just defaulted you to the default skin randomization instead of having stuff like Rick and Morty and Superman wandering around. I think that might have been okay. Just here's the random default skins, because then it makes it less tonally dissonant to see Aquaman learning about the struggle.
Yeah.
Or the Mandalorian. Which was the random character that I had, because I have mine set to random, so I was learning about the struggle as the Mandalorian.
Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers just hanging out.
Yeah, Darth Vader learned about racial discrimination. It
You know
really
those guys that are really anti-imperialism. Oh wait,
Darth Vader just goes, man, this is kind of fucked up. Maybe maybe we shouldn't.
Maybe other aliens deserve respect.
I don't know, but then it is okay. So this is a stupid question. I'm gonna ask it.
Brave man. Brave man.
I'm gonna ask it, and this is my question to Star Wars. Do you get dark side points for being racist?
mm.
That's hatred.
It is hatred, but
okay. So what I'm gonna say? Yes, but other Sith are looking at how inefficient you are in your hatred.
see,
It's
because
like he's only hating some people. He's not hating everything. Come on.
or is it like depending on how much like justified or unjustified it is, would you have more or less dark side points? Like if you
I'm gonna have to agree with Drew, where it won't be as powerful as the guy that's like, I hate everything.
the guy that just
Yeah.
hates life or
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
not himself.
Yeah.
And see, like it of how much you're hating, not why you're hating. So like, I don't think it matters to like dark side points if you're getting like you focused and meditated and you know why you hate all these people versus I have no basis to be such a piece of garbage. I just am. Also, every time we say dark side points, I think of the DC dark side and not the Star Wars dark side.
That's okay
Or
too.
sorry, yeah, I think the DC dark side and not the Marvel dark side, the Disney dark side.
Yeah. Well, there's two dark sides, in Marvel. But
What's the other one?
isn't like, well, I mean, there's the Force dark side, and then there's the dark side character who's like a Ghost Rider villain.
Oh yeah,
Isn't there? Wasn't that guy in like a Marvel, like one of the X-Men games, like the Capcom fighting games?
That's Shadow.
Or was that Blackheart?
that's Blackheart.
Okay, I'm mistaken. I'm my boomer brain's activating.
You know what? They probably have like in their vault of like a billion characters they've just thrown in the back burner. They probably have a dark side.
There's some Rob Liefeld creation that's dark side, and that's in there, like some like X Factor villain.
I think even Rob Liefeld is too self-aware to make a character named Darkseid.
I don't know.
Mark Miller would make a Darkseid.
I'm just saying, like, once you get, as someone who's very lazy, sometimes when that comic deadline's coming, you just say, fuck it. And just put in, like, it's Darkseid. He's dark.
Look at Darkseid. He wears a little man skirt.
Yeah, he's little.
It's like dark space side.
Yeah.
It's
Spelled with a
legally
Y.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, dark energy.
Dark side feel.
Yeah, Dark Side Phil. That's who you put in there. DSP.
Dark
The man
matter.
who won't die.
You can't stop
You
DSP.
can't stop.
No one can.
Unless you're playing a fighting game.
Well, then yeah. You can
He'll
defeat
be
him,
around
but you
forever.
cannot stop him. That's different.
And he yet persists.
Yeah. You can't destroy, like the remains reform. What have you been up to, Nolan?
Not too much. I've been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate, which is fun.
Yeah.
Again, it really is not done yet.
How you dealing with
you
your
can tell by-
seromorphosis?
With my what?
Your mind flayer stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine for now. I'm trying to get it taken out.
Oh, you gotta
But
gotta push it more. Get that psionics.
no, it is fun to like mind control goblins though.
Yeah, there you go. Get in there.
It's good. It really isn't done because the last patch note said, "Okay, we fixed the problem where if you do too many crimes, your game just crashes."
Yeah, there you go. That's why I always wait for those to get like the final edition.
Yeah, smart move. I saw Free Guy last Wednesday.
How is that?
The new the new Ryan Reynolds movie where he's a NPC character
Yeah,
in
he's in Grand Theft Auto
yeah,
as Guy.
yeah. Uh, it's okay.
Okay.
Like solid seven,
Oh,
8 out of 10. Probably
that's
more of a 7 out of 10. But yeah.
it's a rent it when it hits like $2.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Good. That's what I was expecting. That movie.
Rented it if it's like $2. If you see it on Netflix, definitely watch it. It takes all the bad parts about Ready Player One's video game logic and like fixes a lot of it.
Well, that's good. I think it's
But it still
also.
doesn't know how people make video games.
Oh well, none of them do. But I think you get away with it more if the tone of your movie is silly. Like if you're kind of silly and goofy, my brain just goes, yeah, it's a comedy. Just deal with it, and then just move on. Instead of trying to be like, here's our serious movie, our brain goes, no.
Oh no, listen, they lean into it super hard. There's a lot of times where like he's fighting another character and the bad guy character dies, and it's like, oh, it's a child.
Yeah,
And
there
they're
you go.
around. It's a child and her two other friends playing this violent video game.
Yeah, I love it.
Or it's, oh, okay, we gotta sneak into this guy's house. Oh no, he's a Twitch streamer, and he's what you imagine a Twitch streamer to be. And you're like, yeah, okay, it makes sense.
That would actually pose some problems, like because then you'd have like Twitch chat telling them that you're sneaking.
Literally, it's what happens a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Now, I have two problems with this movie.
All
That are
right.
kind of well, three. Technically.
No spoilers.
No, there's no spoilers. They have a bunch of like internet personalities in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Like they have, I think, Pokimane and Jacksepticeye and like some like Minecraft YouTubers.
Oh, okay, so like the baby YouTubers, the ones that are like really popular but are for babies.
Yeah, and Ninja's in there like twice, and I'm like, I kind of hope they didn't pay them any money at all.
Oh, you know they did.
Especially Ninja.
Oh, you know they did.
Yeah.
Number two, they forgot the key to making sure that it feels real to gamers because no one says the gamer word once in that movie.
Oh man, like I
Not
know
even-
why.
No one even gets cut off trying to say it.
They should just okay. They should have just had like some streamer, and that's like the only word they say, like a Pokemon. Like that would have like you could bleep it out or something, but like that would be really funny.
Yeah, there's no N word, there's no F word.
Oh, there's no slurs.
And there's like, I was gonna say, there's a whole host of be a whole race of Pokemon style streamers with only one word they're each allowed to say.
That would be funny. That'd be like a funny gag in that movie.
Yeah. Beyond that, the story's okay. The editing is kind of like you can tell this isn't a like big budget movie.
It's kind of like Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah.
We're
But like acting's pretty good. The effects are okay. Story's okay. It's an alright movie.
okay. I'm down with that. What class are you in Baldur's Gate? How are you rolling in there?
Oh, I have like three. I've had one that's like a druid dwarf, one that's a wizard, a digbag, elf wizard, and one that's just a warrior.
Yeah.
But I'm mainly rolling with my wizard. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, you do that. Be Tiefling. All in Tiefling.
I kind of like hanging out with all the Tiefling people.
Yo, Tieflings are cool.
Until the Druids start getting racist towards the Tiefling.
Yeah, well, everyone's kind of racist toward the Tieflings.
And I'm like, hey, these guys aren't thieves. Leave them alone. And then a bunch of kids like pick my pockets. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yo, that's what happens. Yo, you got that fiend ancestry in you.
You little shits. I will beat your ass. Get back over here and I chase them around.
Yeah. Be a Gith Yankee in there.
Oh, yeah.
Those are like...
No one likes this.
Gith Yankee. They're cool. They hate mind players.
Lizard people, they're cool.
Isn't that the game where you design your love interest too?
Yes.
Okay. Which I thought was fascinating. It's like design your waifu.
You can actually make your love interest one of the main characters that are in your party, if you want.
I want there to be some quest where you have to fight like a succubus or something that's like your love interest magnified.
When you say magnified, do you mean just turned into a giant?
Yeah. Or just like using those traits against you. Like using your sliders against you. It's like you put your slider at like 80% and now like the succubus, it's at like 95%. You're like, uh-oh.
No, but like the systems in that game are really good. Like it's really in depth. All the crap you can do. It might as well be like on 8th edition.
Yeah, it looks like it was 5th edition, but also with like some of the Divinity like states where you can like set something on fire and then that'll spread and do other stuff with it.
Yeah.
Because that was the fun part about Divinity. It's like just having combat encounters that were not combat encounters because I teleported a man into lava and he died. It's like quest complete.
I have a lot of combat encounters I've just sidestepped because I keep using friendship on everybody.
Hell yeah! That is...
advantage.
Or just... Like, there's one quest in Divinity, it's probably like my favorite example, where there's like a boss that has stolen your skeleton friend's like shape-changing helmet or whatever, and he's really hard to fight, but you could just send your thief in and like pickpocket the helmet and just leave. Like, you don't have to fight him. You just get the item and bail. And it's like, there you go. Quest complete.
Game's great. Like I said, Solo Buggy, I'm going to just... Honestly, I think I might play a little more and then just wait for them to actually release it. Because I kind of need to, like, buff up my PC as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing I've been doing this week is I've been playing No More Heroes 3.
How is No More Heroes 3?
Damn it, it's good.
Good.
It's as insane as every one of his other games.
Good. I like Suda's style.
And it starts out like insane.
Because I really like that trailer. That trailer was super good.
Half your crew gets like wiped out by the main boss. And he's like, alright, come and fight me. And you go and fight him.
Oh, you go fight Fu early.
Oh no, like you do fight him, you get your ass kicked though.
Good. That's as Travis should. Is he older in this game than he was? Like?
Oh, he is physically older looking.
Good. I like it when games are starting to get to my level of crusty mid to late 30s. It's like this is this guy in his his late 30s, early 40s, and he's still doing all this shit. Yeah, it's somehow more pathetic when you're like, I gotta go home and jack off to anime. And he's just like looking like the bags under his eye, hairline's a little going away.
So the two new features that I really like in this game is every time you talk to somebody, they're doing a Twitch stream when you talk to them.
Good.
So you see how many viewers and all the messages in chat.
Very good.
And yeah, and every so often, when you like in between fights, it's Travis doing a podcast with his friend talking about anime.
Wonderful. They know. Suda knows what's up.
Suda knows. He's a genius. He knows. He knows what we like.
He knows what I'm about. He knows that life. I like the concept of Tower of the Damned or whatever that game was.
Yeah, Shadow of the Damned, yeah.
I played Shadow of the Damned. I like Shadow of the Damned. It's a flawed game, but I like the story of it. I compared like the story of Shadows of the Damned as quote unquote good Scott Pilgrim. Because you're still kind of dealing with your ex's problems, but in the Suda 51 game where there's demons instead of like Toronto hipsters, so I'm like, I'm cool with the devils.
Oh yeah, actually, I recently learned that that Lollipop Chainsaw was like co-written by James Gunn.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a game I never played. That's one that like passed me by.
No, yeah, just everything Suda is great. Yeah. I kind of want to go back and play all of his games at some point, but there's a lot of garbage in between.
Yeah, is Suda the guy that wrote? It's either Suda Swery, I think it's Suda that wrote like the Fire Pro Wrestling like campaign.
That was Suda. That was Suda did.
Yeah,
or some of the ones, and then he did a recent newer one.
Yeah, where like your wrestler dies of depression at the end or some shit.
Like he loves him some wrestling, so much so that he has like Tiger Mask moves.
Good.
And like obscure wrestler references in like all of his games.
Good. Well done. Well done.
Did Suda do Silver Case?
Yes, he did.
Okay. I have that in my Steam library, and I've just been meaning to play it, and I just never have.
Yeah, same here. I haven't sat down and like tried to play it.
I've just been playing card game expansions because there's been 2 of them.
Oh yeah, when they releasing the Street Fighter and 40K pack?
Those in Magic, they did their thing where they said like, yo, there's the Fortnite and Street Fighter and whatever coming. Fortnite and Street Fighter are going to be the Secret Lairs, which are just reprints of cards but with different art. The 40K are going to be Commander pre-constructed decks, and the Lord of the Rings one's going to be like a supplemental set. So, like, not in the standard, but just, like, in the kind of anything else goes, where you can just go, like, hey, here's, like, the Gandalf card. It's legal in X, Y, and Z.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought, like, they were adding, like, brand new cards from those series.
They did in one of the Walking Dead version of that, and the community was not thrilled. Because they did not like the idea of like basically a limited run card that's mechanically unique, but it also has like Walking Dead art on it. So you're like, I don't want to have Rick be the best card in my deck, and it's not like it's a unique card. It's Rick from The Walking Dead, and it has to be in my deck. I hate this. So they're not doing that.
Oh, they didn't make a Lucille equipment, did they?
Yes, they did. Your Negan is in there. You can have Negan and Lucille. Negan isn't very good though. He's overcosted for what he does. He's like a 5.
What's Lucille do?
I think Lucille gives you like if you sacrifice something. Here, talk about. I'm gonna look it up. All right, we're gonna look it up. All right, here it is. I found it. A crypt creature. It's a 2 mana, 1 generic, 1 black. Legendary equipment. Equipped creature has +2/+0 in menace, and whenever equipped creature attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature. If they do, you get a zombie token. It has a 4-cost equip. It's pretty good equipment.
And what's a menace do?
You gotta block it with 2 things.
Oh, okay.
Or Minache.
What's the new fear?
I don't think they have fear.
Yeah, I know they don't use fear anymore. No. Because it's like I know they did a fear, and then they did another keyword instead, where it's fear, but instead it's like it has to be blocked by a creature the same color.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about, but I have no idea.
Yeah, intimidate.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like, oh, we want to like keyword a lot of like standard mechanics, but also I hate it.
Oh, it sucks. I just like it where it's only if your card is going to be mechanically complex and also have the ability. Otherwise, just say what it does.
Yeah.
Runeterra did its Yordle expansion. It's very good.
Yordle.
Do not be like me and craft a Ziggs deck. It's not very good. However, the Vagar Senna deck is superb. I think the Nami Fizz deck is probably the best one, but Scion
you
is
can make up words. Stop making up words.
No! People that know will get it. Otherwise, that's fine. But yeah, my top tier list, it's going to be Nami Fizz, then Scion and Vagar are like tied for like second, and then it's kind of everything else. But it's pretty good. It's all right. It's a good expansion. Has some fun stuff. Been doing Final Fantasy. Been watching weird YouTube videos at 2 a.m.
Like Gemini.
Yeah, like the Gemini Home Entertainment, which I don't think is that great. I just wanted to mention it because it's not the best of this kind of thing I've seen, but there's like a few good ones. You just go to Google Gemini Home Entertainment. It's like fake VHS videos about spooky things. And there's like a narrative between it, which honestly kind of makes it worse. Because like the narrative, and once you kind of figure out the plot, it's like, oh. I just liked it better when it was more random. I mean, really, if
it's just did the standard internet creator.
Well, it's just kind of like
the webcomic tragedy.
Like it's more intimidating if you just say this whatever is making weird VHSs of monsters. But when all the monster, it's like one kind of monster and related, it makes it less intimidating, if that makes any sense at all. Like, you're like, oh, it makes it quote-unquote less real when all of these are about, like, the same alien invasion or whatever. You're just like, oh. Then it's not as scary when it was just like, look at this weird thing. Look at this weird computer that's like, we put in 2 sentences and then it starts typing its own story at us. And then it starts gaining sentience and then talking to, like, the viewer. But then talking to the viewer of the video and not the person recording the video. And you're like, oh, that's kind of neat. But yeah, it's pretty good. There's like 2 of them I like. I like basically, if you need to watch 2, just watch The World's Weirdest Animals and then watch The Wilderness Survival Guide. I think those will get you the optimal of the goodness. Those are the best 2. And they kind of relate because World's Weirdest Animals tells you about the wood crawler, and then Wilderness Survival Guide shows one in the wild, and gives you those little goosebumps. I liked it. But in other good news, let me tell you about the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, which rules. It's just some guys you just made a lot of brochures about the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park. And he went really in depth in it, and I like it. I like what they did. I think it's very impressive from like an artistic and writing perspective. Give that one big props. Go in there, look about it.
Yeah, it really does a good job of capturing the feel of a national park and just retro tourist attraction too.
Yeah, it's like it's so touristy, and I think that's what gives it the vibe. When you're reading about like this monstrous gaping wound that you can explore, and then like it also talks about like the chilies you could go eat at, and you're like, yeah, that's kind of how it would be.
Yeah, the resorts built into it.
Yeah, like make sure not to interact with any of like the macro bacteria in there, and when you're done, cool off in like the IMAX whatever experience. And you're just like, this is so like, I can see it.
Buying a Flesh Pit T-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, the guy sells like Flesh Pit merch you can get.
Can you just get like a Flesh Pit National Park shirt?
Let me see it. Here. Yeah, you can get. It's just there's like posters and like mugs. It's pretty good. Like it's classy. It's the merch store is classy, and I respect it because it kind of is both in universe and out of universe.
It's like that. Donut's merch was just the Camp Whispering Rock T-shirt.
Yeah,
that was just a camp shirt.
Yeah, like I think you can get like the poster of like the big diagrams or whatever. Like one is just the one of the big ol' like parasitic fauna that lives within the beast. One is just like it's that kind of thing where like you have it and it looks like a real T-shirt until it says Mystery Flesh Pit on it.
Yeah, then you read it.
Yeah,
guys, come on down to Texas. We can go looking for it.
Oh yeah, it's apparently
West Texas is only like 8 hours from here.
Yeah, that's where it takes place in. The Aerodyne Deep Earth Mining.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, that's what I've been into. Nothing major.
Oh yeah, Drew, wasn't there like a new manga or something you're reading?
Oh yeah. So I'm still, all the mangas I read are just on the Manga Plus app.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's frustrating because like I know there's fan translated new One Piece out right now that I could just read, but I want him to be Zolo and not Zoro, so I wait a couple days. It's worth it.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is called. Hold up, let me. Don. I think that's it.
Yeah, it's Don Da Da.
Yeah. It could be a little less horny.
That's
but
okay.
So the premise is this like nerd who doesn't believe in who believes in all of the paranatural except for ghosts. And then this like not quite delinquent chick who believes in ghosts and none of the other paranormal. And so like they dare each other to go to, he goes to this tunnel haunted by Turbo Granny, this like old woman spirit that like you can't look, like if you encounter her, don't try to run because she takes it as a challenge to race.
Oh.
And then she has to go to this skyscraper that has an unusually high number of UFO reportings. And so the nerd winds up getting possessed, and she winds up getting abducted.
Good.
Oh, nice. Ghost vs. Alien.
Yeah, and so I think the series is slowly turning into the kid using his possession powers to fight the paranormal. she's also from like a spiritual medium family.
Oh, I see.
But it's also weird. Like it dropped like this past Monday, and if you're using the app, then you only get like a chapter a week, unless it's Naruto, in which case you get a new chapter every day.
Yeah.
But anyway, when this dropped, it dropped to 23 chapters.
That's pretty significant for like whenever they just dropped it all. That's like the Netflix. We just vomited it all out.
Yeah.
Wait, I guess it's been going for a while then?
Yeah, apparently this has been going for a bit. 23 means it's been running for like half a year, 6 months.
Yeah, dang, yeah.
And so a new chapter comes out same day this very episode you're listening to drops. And it's all right. I recommend it. I like the art stylings.
So did you see the Twitter thread to end things about why the anti-vax people are now eating horse dewormer?
Oh yeah, I sure did. Sure did.
Because I saw that today and I thought that's really funny.
Oh, a Twitter thread about it?
Yeah,
I haven't
like
seen a Twitter thread about it. I've just seen the
I
news.
saw
Yeah,
the
so
Reddit
like
post about it.
yeah, so like the thread explains why they're eating horse pills. In summation, apparently one of like I may get it wrong, so just whatever. But like one of the hydroxychloroquine people who are saying don't get vaxxed, get that on like their fake doctor website. One of them was like, what medicines have you been taking, and like a big list of drop downs. And one of them was like the ingredient in the horse paste. So now the anti-vax people, instead of getting hydroxychloroquine because it's too expensive, are going down to like the Tractor Supply store and getting horse paste because
getting the horse dewormer.
Yeah, they're getting that horse dewormer because it costs less than the hydroxychloroquine, despite the fact the vaccine is free.
Yeah.
So there's actually a funny part to the story, which is the ingredient that's in the horse dewormer is actually available for human consumption at lower doses because it's used to like flush out parasites in humans.
Well, yeah, because it's like you got
But
tapeworms.
people are taking the horse ones.
Yeah.
No, you gotta get that extra strength. This is COVID, Nolan. You know how powerful it is.
Listen, I gotta flush out all the germs. If it's good enough for a horse, it's good enough for me.
No, but like the Reddit posts were like people with their bottles and it's like horse and cow dewormer, and you see the big cow and horse picture on it. They're like, hey, so what do I do? Do I just like eat the powder, or do I like mix it into a drink? How much should I be using?
Listen, as someone who is both a Sagittarius and born in the year of the horse, I find all this anti-horse nonsense very offensive.
Listen, I'm not anti-horse. I'm just saying. Maybe.
Oh, so you're pro-worms.
I am pro-worms.
I'm horse.
I am pro-worms. I am pro the colony. I am pro the mini. Our writhing masses do not need humans to be eating this dewormer. It's not for you. You just,
Like, do they think it's going to deworm the COVID out of your body?
Yes.
No, they think it's going to do a chemical reaction. They don't really know what that reaction is, but that's what they think. It's science, Nolan. They don't know what science is, but it's something.
No, I read on
Might
Facebook.
be
It
this.
cures it. I'm immune.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but this seems like science.
I mean, it's that same kind of like logic that like children use. That's actual logic, but just without any like actual facts.
But it's like your grandma and your aunt and uncle.
Yeah, the ones who were complaining about kids eating Tide Pods, and now they're taking horse dewormers.
Well, yeah, of course. They're crapping
No, they're
themselves.
going to say about us eating Tide Pods, but they're the ones drinking bleach. Double standard, guys.
Listen. In summation, don't Don't eat horse medicine.
Unless your doctor prescribes it and they have an actual degree.
Or you're a horse.
Hold on. If they're like an actual medical doctor, not like a chiropractor or anything.
No, I'm just saying don't do it. Because they're not. Listen, if the whatever's going to give you the horse medicine, it's not going to be the one that with like the horse on it. You're going to get like a pill from the pharmacy. You're not
the one that says for cows of all sizes.
Yeah, you're not going to get the one that just says whatever paste with the apple and the horse on it. You're not going to get that one.
Okay. No, so you go ahead, Drew.
I was going to say, well, yeah, just stick to the medicine that's at the pharmacy and not at the Tractor Supply Company.
What if I have horse worms?
That medicine is apple flavored. Like, I think all of it's apple flavored, or like carrot flavored and stuff.
Why do horses get apple flavor? I get this crappy bubble gum flavor that no one likes.
Because you're not dumb enough. Listen, the horse has to eat its medicine and be fed its medicine. A horse doesn't have opposable thought. It can't get at it. That's why our medicine has to taste gross, so we don't eat too much of it.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so to make sure it's apple flavored, it does mean that someone had to taste it to make sure it tasted like apple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they just tasted they just tasted like whatever they're mixing with it, not the medicine part.
That or they're just lying.
Yeah, that too.
It could just kind of smell like apple, and they say, yeah, it tastes like it.
That key advertising trick, lie.
That's very true. I just thought it was
That's what this nation was built on.
I just think it's really funny and also kind of sad that people just was hungry for horse medicine. It's like, oh.
Like, it's what I need.
It's like, I
Give Daddy his medicine.
I'm not good that 5G Bill Gates shot's going to alter my DNA. I'm just going to eat this horse dewormer.
I want them to turn into like horses. Like slowly.
I want reverse centaurs.
Yeah, like
and
BoJack Horseman's, or like a Minotaur, or just like gradually just eating more and more horse paste. Like I'm just turning into it. Woo. Like.
Oh, I got their oats. We get some of them oats.
No, they turn into horses, but then they get COVID, so now it's just a horse and the breathing machine.
You can't intubate a horse. I'm a doctor, damn it, not a veterinarian.
Don't worry, it's a centaur, so they're still somewhat human.
Oh no! This means veterinarian ICU beds will soon be overrun.
That's what I'm thinking about. Is like some horseman, like on the ventilator. Like, oh no.
My mind just flashed of like a southern horse guy wearing like a centaur wearing like horse overalls and flannel with his hat on, going, "Yep, I don't trust the government.
I've made a few mistakes." I'm gonna end it there. That made me laugh. I'm happy. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye. Later days.
Later days.